bad, man. I thought you were a zombie.
I'm gonna do you guys a favor, alright? I'm gonna do you a solid. I'm gonna save you the trouble of watching this entire video by summarizing my thoughts completely in a Jakey quote.
Goopy Goblin Gamer Brain basically means that you have little to no patience for anything that isn't fun or engaging second-to-second gameplay. You know, the type of monotonous shit that more and more games have that take away control from the player just to service some mediocre-ass story while you just sit there being like, okay, but can we get back to the fun part where I blow up cars? That's Goopy Goblin Gamer Brain.
I feel like this perfectly encapsulates my thoughts on this because this game doesn't have an engaging story or deep gameplay mechanics, but the gameplay loop, man, that's what's activating the little dopamine things in my head. It's what's kept me playing for years on end over the course of this game's launch. I played the Dead Center campaign way more times than I can even think, but for some reason, I just can't get sick of it because it's just so fun. Left 4 Dead 2 is a fun-ass game. It is the zombie game. It's the zombie game that you should be playing. When it came to zombie games, especially when this one was released, you had a lot of options on your hand. You got the Borderlands of zombie games, Dead Island. You got the parkour Mirror's Edge of zombie games, Dying Light. You got the Plants vs. Zombies of Plants vs. Zombies zombie games, Plants vs. Zombies. You even had zombies for Call of Duty. So what kind of zombie game is Left 4 Dead? I guess you could most notably consider it the Counter-Strike of zombie games, seeing as it's built on the source engine which Counter-Strike was founded, and the team-based gameplay even further insinuates that.
Grabbing heroin!
But to be honest with you, I think it's easiest to compare to Call of Duty Zombies, but more fun. You see, in both Call of Duty Zombies and Left 4 Dead, you have a cooperative team type of gameplay. You play with 3 other people, so you got a 4-man team, or 4-woman team, we're not discriminating here. And your objective is pretty simple. Either survive as long as you can, or move to the next objective point without dying or losing your team. If you can aim and shoot, you can play this game. There's no complex gameplay mechanics unless you're talking about the speedrun boys who obviously know the technical shortcuts and stuff, but it's extremely simple. From the second you step into the game, all you have to do is pick up gun and shoot the zombie things. You have Special Infected to break up some of the gameplay segments to make it more interesting. So you go from fighting these relentless hordes of zombies to fighting these Special Infected here and there, all ranging with different abilities. You got the Smoker, which can grab you from a distance. You got the Boomer, which can spray you with boomer stuff that attracts the zombies towards you. You got the Witch, who's kind of just a bitchy nuisance, and you got the Tank, who is, well, I mean, name's pretty self-explanatory there. But here's the thing about Call of Duty Zombies, right? Here's my beef, and I feel like this is something they're probably going to address in Black Ops Cold War, to be fair. But in Call of Duty Zombies, you start out with a pistol, and I get it. You start out with a pistol, and the progression is moving through the rounds to upgrade your weapons and whatnot. But you start out with a pistol, and you gotta slowly wait for the zombies to come in. You gotta wait for them to break down the barriers, and you don't really start getting into the action until the later rounds when it really starts picking up and the zombies start running. But in Left 4 Dead, you're immediately, like, through the first door, you're fucking facing hordes of zombies. Dude, I can't even talk. But Left 4 Dead, from the first mission of the first campaign, and this can go for Left 4 Dead or Left 4 Dead 2, you go through that first door and you're immediately greeted with the zombies. You shoot them, you move in to the next room, you shoot them, and you just keep doing that. And you keep doing that. You're not leveling up. You're not upgrading. So why do you keep doing it? What is the motivator to keep playing Left 4 Dead 2 or Left 4 Dead, even though Left 4 Dead 2 has the entire Left 4 Dead campaign if you play on PC? Side note, if you're going to play this game, play it on PC. It's a completely different game. And to answer your question, I don't really know. I don't know what keeps me playing this. It's just fun. It's fun to aim the gun and shoot the zombies, dude. There's just something immediately satisfying. It's like Call of Duty. It just feels good to immediately get that objective completed and get the satisfaction of doing the thing, and in this game you're constantly doing the thing, and doing the thing is good. Yeah, the characters will throw out witty quips about the levels here and there as you progress through it.
In 1975, the local township... You know what? I just realized I don't care.
But I think it would be a stretch to say that Left 4 Dead's campaign is really what you play it for.
Maybe the helicopter. Maybe it's made of chocolate.
You know, come to think of it, that's something that I heavily criticized Kane and Lynch 2 for, right? The campaign missions ended and began kind of the same way every single time. You thought you were on your way into the green, on your way out, and then everything went bad, and you had to fight your way through the level to get onto the next segment where you do the thing again. And it wasn't fun. It wasn't fun because Kane and Lynch 2's gameplay was ass. But Left 4 Dead's gameplay is fun. It's fun to do that. It's fun to play the same levels over and over and over. Even if you know you're gonna get rescued at the end of the level, and then the beginning level in the next quote-unquote campaign would just be the helicopter crashing or something, and you doing the same thing again. You knew what to expect, but it was always fun. And there was enough variety in the gameplay and the levels to keep you playing. You know, it's been a while since I played Left 4 Dead. I would say it's been at least a good 6 months to a year, but I got a friend to download it while it was like $2. And there was a new officially supported content update on PC made by the community, which was officially released through Steam by Valve, I suppose, which brought even more content into the game. Here we are over a decade later talking about a game that came out in 2009, still getting content updates, still being played by probably thousands of people. Something that is so beloved enough, even in its simplistic gameplay, that there's a new content update coming out in 2020. How about that? And while we're on the subject of content, let's talk about the PC version. Obviously, to most of you guys, this is a no-brainer. But on the off chance that you were playing this on console and you're kind of reminiscing about it today, you are doing yourself an extreme disservice to not pick this thing up on PC right now. I mean, the Xbox version, it's alright, but it is nothing like the PC version. When you get into that, it's like a completely different game. It plays so much better. Even on low-end PC hardware, it doesn't matter. I got my friend to pick this up for like $2, which is a steal for a game like this, and he's had so much fun with it. The funny thing is to me, the graphics and visuals hold up very well. The zombies dismemberment is a really cool fucking gameplay element. I remember when they were first showing off this new zombie dismemberment in the Left 4 Dead 2 gameplay previews, and it was really cool tech for the time, and to me it still holds up surprisingly well today. It looks very good, and it just adds to the fun in the gameplay. This game just wouldn't be quite the same without the gore. Shout out to the Australian version boys who never got this game with the gore. I'm so sorry. F's in the chat, my heart goes out to you. Hopefully you got around to being able to play the legit version by now. It's been like 10 years.
Weep my ass.
But on PC, you would probably have no problem running this thing max settings, 120, 144 hertz. That's like 144 frames per second, as compared to Xbox where you were only running it at like 30 frames per second. Nerdy technical terms aside, it's just super fun and super smooth on PC. That's not even including all of the custom maps, all of the custom campaigns, all of the custom weapon skins, all of the custom characters, all the mods. This is one of those games that really showed me the beauty of PC gaming and the beauty of modding your games. And today, I mean, you have to put in no effort to put mods into this thing. You just go onto the Steam Marketplace, click the mod you want, and it's installed in your game with no effort. I've got like 30 different mods that overlap each other, so it's like every time I pop into a game, I play with something new that I didn't remember putting into this. It's so funny, because my game syncs up with the cloud, so it just throws random mods in that I've had downloaded for like the past 7 years. It's so crazy, dude.
Dumb shit.
Also, on the PC community, you may be surprised to hear that the multiplayer community is still very strong with this thing. You'll have no problem jumping in and playing any campaign. And then if you really get tired of the simple gameplay loop that Left 4 Dead offers, you can mix it up with some spicy new gameplay modes in the multiplayer, like the Versus mode, where one team plays a special infected trying to stop the other team from completing the campaign, giving even more gameplay depth to these special infected characters, which is really awesome. Or you have the survival game mode, where you can just kind of see how long you last, and it'll constantly throw tanks at you to try to ruin your game, which is
Not good.
Step slow, y'all. Boomer around.
I don't know. I never really got into that one, to be honest with you. I'm not even gonna lie. But hey, man, it's challenging. It's something there for you to play if you want to. Unlimited gameplay options, baby. More variety. I ain't gonna be mad about it. I remember back in the day, I'm not sure if it's really a thing, but there would always be a new community game mode that would show up in the playlist. I'm not really sure if that's still a thing that occurs, but that was a cool thing that you had. And there's a few other little gameplay types that you can mess around with, but the heart, the meat and potatoes of the game would be probably the campaign mode, which honestly, I never get sick of playing. So, yeah, it's always fun to see what goofy stuff you're going to get through with a new team.
We will not leave a man behind.
Even playing offline, the AI isn't too bad. However, the one gripe I have about the AI in Left 4 Dead 2 is they don't use melee weapons. I don't think they use throwables either, which was always a weird quirk about the game. Always kind of felt awkward with you being the only one that could use melee weapons, but hey, that's just a sign of the times, I guess. I don't know. Basically, the point I'm trying to get across with this video is that Left 4 Dead 2 is really lit. You should give it a shot if you haven't played it, and I'm still going to be playing it, especially with this new content update. There's no better time than today to get into this game, and I'm pretty sure as long as there's never a Left 4 Dead 3, there's always going to be people playing this. Also, don't forget on the PC version, you basically get the first game free as well. So yeah, that's something else to just kind of keep in mind there. All that being said, I really don't know how much more I have to add to this video. I guess I could maybe do more videos specifically covering mods and different type of gameplay content, but I'm sure there's other channels that do that way better than me. However, if you'd like to see that, be sure to drop it in the comments, man. I'm always looking for new content to do. So yeah, if you enjoyed, check out my other stuff, check out my other zombie game videos. I covered a lot of Dead Island stuff. Maybe consider supporting the Patreon if you want to throw a couple bucks my way to support some stuff for the channel. And shout out to all of you new guys. I've noticed that I've had quite a few more regulars on my channel as of late, and I really do appreciate it. We're nearing 2K subs now. Might hit it by the time I put this video up, not sure, but it's been a long road since I started this channel, and I just appreciate you guys sticking around with all of the new content and changes. So yeah, until next time, later guys.
Grabbing heroin.
You were doing yourself an extreme justice. You were doing yourself a fucking goddamn it! I can't talk.
Hey y'all, I fell off the damn lift.
Okay, don't mean to bother y'all, but I need some help.
Barricade your home.